integrating technology into your classroom by Kalo Haslam.
Just short stories, a digital flip book, okay? So we have this gentleman walking across the street and these lights turn on. Why they turn on? We don't know yet, okay? It leaves it up to your imagination, would you agree? Okay, so I asked you to talk to your neighbor about what is this gentleman doing out on the street? What did you come up with? It can be what you said, or it can be what your neighbor said. Put the pencils down, please. It can be what you said or what your neighbor said. It doesn't matter to me, yes? What's something you came up with? Why is this guy walking on the street? Give me something.
I think he's walking on the street to come back home or to go somewhere.
Okay, so he's either going home or he's going somewhere. Okay? Where could this somewhere be still, right? Did we really describe where he's going or what he's doing? He's going somewhere. Where could he be going? Let's extend on that one. So where could he be going? So we're using our idea. So he's maybe going home or he's going somewhere. Where could he be going?
Steve, maybe like in a job interview because seems like he's like in a hurry or something.
Okay, he looks like he might be in a hurry. So maybe he's going to a job interview. Where else could he be going?
Mm-hmm. It looks like he's going to check out the STEAM class and then deciding he doesn't want to go.
Oh, okay, so you have the thing here where it says STEAM Works, which is that the logo for after school program, right? So it couldn't be maybe he's going to that place in order to go to that event, right? Okay? Or maybe he walks past it because he doesn't want to go there, right? Okay?
No.
So, another extension. Pause. So, again, where could he be going? So let's go back to the original question. What is he doing out on the street right now? I want you to talk with your neighbor real quick next to you. What happens after he leaves the screen? Talk to your neighbor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So what's something you and or your partner came up with what happens after he leaves the screen? We came up with one where it looks like there's cracks where actually I signed and put my name, whatever, and the date of when I made the drawing, which is the background actually. Okay. So what happens after he leaves it?
I think that after he leaves it, he just disappears off the screen and then all of a sudden he starts. Because that's how gifts work. I use gift keys.
Okay, so we're not thinking along the lines of what does a gift do. We're thinking along the lines of it being a short story. Make sense? So each time he comes in here is the beginning of this story, and each time he leaves the screen is the ending of that story. Make sense? So there's something over here that happens previous. There's something over here that happens afterwards, right?
I just think that he just gets to his destination.
Okay, he gets to his destination. Very simple. What's something else that kind of happens? What else do you think might happen?
I think that he's like, so he's walking and he probably thinks that he needs to go. When he goes off the screen, probably he starts running to go to work.
Okay, running to go to work. All right, hands down. Okay, so in this idea of these short stories, you're just giving us a snippet of what's going on. Is that clear? In this short story, there's something probably happens before he left somewhere, right? Would be my guess. He left somewhere. Where that place to be is up for interpretation because it doesn't tell us. He's going somewhere. Where that somewhere is, we don't know because it's left up for interpretation. Okay. So we're going to use the idea of digital flip books. Okay. Flip books as in you take paper and you through it, and when you do that, it goes and it shows an animation because each page changes a little bit. Okay. So here's this gentleman here. We're going to watch a bit, only 2 or 3 minutes of this. So, real quick, sorry. So, what he's going to do here is he's just going to, if you sit there and say, but I can't draw, he's going to use the idea of just using scribbles to make a story. Make sense? Then I think we're going to watch another video where he just used a line, or I'll show you an example of where he just used a line. So, what we're going to start with today, as we introduce this idea, is we're going to start with just doing a scribble or a line. We're thinking simple, yes? Is that clear? Then what we're going to do on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, is we're going to go around the school, we're going to take a picture somewhere. And you're going to use that picture, and you're going to turn it into a location of a short story of, again, something simple. Is that clear? Okay? So, let's watch this.
Do you want to give this scribble a little bit of
he have to be real artistic to do this?
No.
He just has to be creative, yes? He just has to say, hey, this is what I wanted to do. And then he's going to try to make it happen. Is that clear? Is he using a lot of pages? Yes. We're not going to use that many pages, yes? Okay. So, real quick to move on so we can get to it. So here's 2 examples that I made. Okay. Again, I'm not an artist. Is that clear? I did one called The Line, which is about a line. And then I did one about this scribble idea. And here's an example of 2, both using the technique that we're going to use. So it starts there and it kind of unravels, then it goes up to the top, bounces off, and then it gets to the bottom and it kind of squishes, okay? So that's called the line. Oh, no, back. Okay? And then this one here is the scribble example that I kind of put together. Okay? Again, I'm not an artist, but I can be creative, I can scribble, I can make a line. Is that clear? Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to start simple. There's going to be no background to it. You're going to make a short story. So, this story here would be about what? Someone tell me. And don't tell me a line. Tell me a little more detail. What about the line? What's going on with the line?
The line is like bouncing from wall to wall, and then it hits the ground, and then just like.
Very simple story. Would you agree? A line bouncing around what would be a box, right? Is it open or closed? Closed because it's bouncing off walls, right? Which we would imagine because it's bouncing off. If it went off the screen, then you assume it would be open. Make sense? Short story, yes? This one over here. This is about what? Tell me your interpretation of that very simple short story.
It's a scribble, and then it moves, and then it creates a face, and then the face is split.
Okay? So it's the scribble kind of bounces off the bottom, kind of squishes, then it comes back up and bounces up off the bottom, and then it shows a face, and then the face kind of separates, it kind of goes 2 different directions, right? Simple. You should have a screen that looks like this. So actually, go listen to Clarence. Okay. You should have a screen that looks like this. Okay? Yes? If you don't, then maybe I deleted everything. Maybe there's nothing in there. Is that clear? It says no record recents or whatever. If you don't know where you're at, when I'm done with this next part, raise your hand. I'll come help you. You're going to click the plus in the top right-hand corner. You're going to click white presentation. Make sure it's not on wide. So notice up top there's 2 options, wide and standard. Choose standard. And choose white background, because we're going to do a white background. Do it. You're right there already. You need to delete the text boxes by clicking 1 time. Wait, I'm saying yes. You're up there, so everything you're doing, you're saying yes. Okay. Click on the box 1 time. Just click 1 time. Then you're going to click delete. Click 1 time. Click delete. And you have a blank background. Is that clear? Okay. Now listen closely. Every time you use the draw function, it's going to add it to 1 what would be image. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the plus on the top right. You are going to click on drawing. It's the second one from the bottom. You are going to make a simple animation. You can do a scribble, you can do a line, you can do a ball, you can do a stick figure. You are thinking simple. Is that clear? It needs to show movement and it needs to do something. Is that clear? Whether it be the ball bouncing off the ground, whether it be a ball bouncing off the walls, whether it be a person jumping up and down. Is that clear? You're going to think simple. Is that clear? You're going to use the drawing function. Okay? On the right-hand side. Everybody pause. Put your iPad screen down so I know you're looking up front. Some people are already drawing stuff. You're not listening to my instructions. Okay? So, for example, right now all I have is a circle, yes? You're going to click over here on... Don't click on anything. Okay? You're going to sit there and you're going to... iPad should be screen down, because I know if there's a screen in front of you, you're going to be doing something with it. So I'll wait for everybody to put their screen down. Screen facing the table. Screen facing the table or the computer. So you'd be looking at the back of the iPad, which is the blue part. Waiting on 1, 2, waiting on 2. All right. In order to copy the slide, in order to duplicate it. Remember, he had that little white background where he had the light table, and he was drawing over it on the new sheet of paper, but underneath it he had the old sheet of paper, right? Okay? If you click on the picture to the right side here, notice this options come up. You're going to click copy, and then you're going to click on the black area below it, and you're going to click paste. Mr. H. Mr. Honeyman. Yes. Isaiah, check out. Just leave your iPad where it's at. Santiago, you're going to click right here. Nope. Right here in the open area.
You see,
Now,
how is the meter happy?
Click once.
Hit on the open
In the Santiago, you're not listening, yes? Click on the open area once and click paste. Okay? Now, notice when I click on the top one and click on the bottom one, do I see any change between my object? No. But if I click on my object, and then let's say I slide it down a little bit, now do I see movement between my object? Small movement or large movement? Small movement. If I click on it again and do copy, and I click down here and do paste, and then again on this one, I click on my object, move it down a little bit. If I look at these three, what am I seeing?
A ball moving.
A ball or a circle moving, yes? One more thing, and then I'm going to let you go. If you run out of space on the right-hand side here, okay, the thing you're going to do is sometimes it slows down the iPads. We'll see how it's going to work, okay? Up top in this section right here, you can't really see it very well. There's a little box. If I click on it, it gives me two options. I can either do, there it goes, okay? I can do the slide view or light table. Click on light table, and it'll tile them out. It's being slow because we're on the internet, I think. Okay? It's going to tile them out like that. Is that clear? Now notice I have a new option down at the bottom. I have skip, duplicate, or delete. If I'm on that one and I click duplicate, it's going to make another one. Make sense? But on the other side, I'm going to run out of room and you're not going to be able to paste anymore. Is that clear? If you need help with that, you're going to raise your hand, yes? So, it is 10:35. Is that clear? You have 10 minutes. Is that clear? To make a simple animation short story, yes? 10 minutes. And then we're going to go over how you're going to turn it into a GIF and export. Is that clear?
Yeah.
10 minutes. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
10 minutes to make a short story. Think simple. Look at your partner. And if you're by yourself, you're going to look at yourself and you're going to go, I am going to think simple.
Think simple.
Because I know what you're going to do. You're going to go, I'm going to do a shark. He's going to eat an octopus. And it's going to be crazy awesome. It's going to be like the best thing ever. And then in 10 minutes, you're going to be like, but I ran out of time. And I do it because you're not thinking simple. Think simple. Is that clear? I know it's difficult right now. A line, a circle, a stick figure. Is that clear?
Yes.
Questions? Ready, set, go. All right. Zone your eyes up front. Put your iPad screen down. So I know if it's up, then you're going to be still doing stuff on it. Screen down, screen down, screen down. Waiting on 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Good. One more. Screen down. Turn it over so your screen's facing the table. Turn it over so the screen's facing the table. Because I know, even me, even adults, you have a screen open, you're going to do something with it. All right, listen closely. I know that many of you are not done with what you wanted to do. Is that clear? But we need to go through this whole process today so you know how to do it. Is that clear? If towards the end of the week on Friday, you would like to go back into this project and finish it, if there's time, because your other one is done, then you can. Is that clear? Okay? But we're going through the whole process today. Is that clear? So for those of you that are like hyper-focused up, I must finish this. Not right now. Is that clear? I'm going to show you how you're going to export it into a GIF project so it loops. Is that clear? Again, you can go back in, edit stuff at a later time this week, and then re-export it, and it'll be your full full video. Make sense? Okay? So what you're going to do is, if you're not in the drawing one, I'm going to do it first, and then we'll go back. We'll do it together. Yes? In the top right-hand corner, there's 3 dots. I'm going to click on those 3 dots. I'm going to click Export, Animated GIF. Now, make sure where it says Slide Range, it needs to have a range. Right now, it's only going to export it as one of those slides. Is that clear? I need to change that slide 1 to 4 for this current product. Yours might be 1 to 3, yours might be 1 to 10. Okay? Your whole slide range you want to export as that GIF. You're going to click back. Then you're going to leave this in here. This here where it says auto advance, it's kind of dark up here, sorry, on the bottom, means how quick is it going to advance between the slides. If you want it to advance a little bit slower, then you're going to slide this to the right towards 1 second. If you want it to go quicker, you're going to slide it to the left. Most of the time it's pretty good just to leave it in the middle somewhere. Is that clear? Okay. And then down at the bottom it'll tell you how long your GIF is going to be. Right now, Santiago is going to be 2 seconds. Again, because you only got what? 4 slides. Make sense? If you have 10 slides, it might be a little bit longer. If you change that duration, it might change a little bit. Yes? Then you're going to click export in the top corner. Export it as medium because otherwise it's sometimes too big. Is that clear? Okay. And if on our next one, when we have a little more detail to it, if we need to export it as large, we will. But I have run into some issues with the large ones because the file size is too large. Is that clear? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and click cancel here. Everybody turn your iPads face up. Everybody click on the 3 dots at the top right corner. Everybody click on export. Animated GIF. Change your slide range. Make sure your slide range has all of your slides. Change your slide range first. Make sure it's 1 to whatever. When you are done and this section's done, you're going to click export in the top corner. Now you should see a screen like this. Is that clear? When it's done, you're going to click down the bottom where it says share. Then what you're going to do is you're going to share it where you're going to click Save Image. That's going to save it to your camera roll. Is that clear? Click Save Image. It's going to save it to your camera roll. Everybody follow me on that? Yes? Go into your camera roll now. So go out of Keynote. Go into your photos. Go out of Keynote. Go into your photos. And you should have an animated GIF. Is that clear? Oh, whatever you ended up making. Everybody follow me on that? Anybody have an issue with that?
Yes, I have a big issue.
Okay. So, you just went through the entire process for making these short stories. Is that clear? Yes? We're obviously going to take a little bit longer to do your actual short story part. Everybody follow me on that? Okay? Now, everybody take their iPads, turn them screen down real quick so I can finish my stuff up here when it comes to instructions. Screen down, screen down, screen down, screen down. All right. So what we're going to do starting tomorrow, wait on one. Thank you. All right, what we're going to do starting tomorrow is you're going to be tasked to make a, let me go to the next one. I want this. We're not yet. We'll do this. There's sweet. So here would be a short story. Just using a stick figure. And you see Clive's a soccer goal net. He gets to the top and he jumps up and down because he made it all the way to the top. Okay? So I made this when I was at my daughter's soccer practice over last fall. Okay? So again, simple, would you agree? I took a picture of somewhere. You're going to take a picture of somewhere in the school. And you're going to use that as the background. And you're going to make a story using it. Here's another one that I made. It's a little bit more in depth. Okay? So it's about just getting away, a fish story. So you have the fish, he jumps out of water. He does a little jump, and then you have this bird come in trying to get it, but he just got away, which is the title of the story. Okay? So made from the other 5th grade class. Okay? This was more the simple one. They had some extra time when they're done with their project, and someone made this one. Okay, so there's an example of one.
What?
That's one of the ones that was made by you guys when we did it earlier.
Oh my gosh. That's me.
Here's one that was made, again, they used the background, and they made it into a story. Is that clear? This is the ultimate task for the